And my children love riding horses, which just followed suit. Any kind of sport like that just follows suit with everything that they've been doing. They want to try everything. Well, I am their primary teacher and have always been, and my children respond really best to me. I think that if a mom, there are many people who maybe feel a little different about that, but that's because they haven't started coaching their children at a young age. With all of our moms, we start very early, and our children look to us as their main coach, and there's never been a problem with my children as far as coaching them, because I've always done it. I've always coached them. We have a close relationship because I do coach them and teach them at home, and that's a very special thing. It's like giving your child a very special gift. It's like giving them love, you know, and training them in the way they should go. And so in this way, we have a great relationship, my girls and I.
One of the questions people ask about what we're doing here is, are you making competitors? And the answer is, I hope not. I don't think the world's problem is too little competition. I have a sneaking suspicion that the world's problem is too much competition. Is the objective of making these children superb athletes in order that they may one day have a gold medal from the Olympics? Not at all. Not at all. We are really not very interested in children competing against each other. We're interested in children competing against themselves to make each of them better than they might have been if we had not done the things we did. We're not interested in making kids competitors and specialists. We're interested in making kids generalists. Tiny children who can do everything. Every day in Philadelphia, it seems to me, there is a fire and a house burns down and some child burns to death because he didn't know what to do. Obviously, these children know how to climb ropes. They know how to tie knots. So we have made them burn-proof in such circumstances as these. They know how to take care of themselves. It's a very, very practical use of great physical ability.
Mothers are the very best coaches of all. Now, this is a part of our whole program. You've seen it in terms of intelligence. This is just as true from a mobility standpoint as well. And this is everything that we do. We have been spoiled here at the institutes because we intimately have known 10,000 of the best coaches that this world has ever seen. These are coaches that make the coaches of Olympic athletes look like milk-fed puppies. Who would these very tough coaches be? Well, these coaches are the mothers of the profoundly brain-injured children, and who have worked with their children day in and day out, 7 days a week, and have miraculously coached their children up that mobility column against all odds, where crawling is a huge victory, creeping is a huge victory, walking and running is a huge victory, which don't occur until kids are maybe 10 or 12 years old. These are the best coaches in the world. And we have seen that happen over and over again with our hurt kids and of course, with our well babies also. One of my favorite examples of mothers as coaches is a story that my sister Janet tells when she was fortunate enough to have gone to Matsumoto, Japan, and she was visiting Dr. Shinichi Suzuki, the great violin sensei and friend of the Institutes. And on this particular occasion, Suzuki was very happy and very proud because he had some of his most senior violinists who were in that particular day. And what Dr. Suzuki would do is he would play a beautiful piece on the violin, then one of these students would come in. Now, these were young people who were in their 20s who had long since decided they wanted to be concert violinists. And then he would have his students play the same piece that he had just played for Janet. And then the lesson would be over and they would leave. And Suzuki would say, "Did you hear how much better she plays than I?" And he said, "This is the great thrill for me when my students far outstrip my ability on the violin." So Janet saw this happen several times. And then an idea occurred to her.